Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today I'm so excited to show you this fantastic property behind me at Exeter Park, which is near Chesterfield in England. Right, so let's get to the stats. The house type is called the Garnet. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom property, and it's on sale for close to £360,000. And the size of the property is 1,474 square feet. If all of that sounds interesting to you and you like this striking gable frontage to that property, then stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. All right, welcome home and come inside. Right, okay, so as you can see, it's a sunny day outside, so I'm not cold for once. Now that we're inside in this gorgeous hallway, we're going to talk about the details. So first thing is our front door. This front door is actually wider than your standard, well, what I was going to say standard show home, but standard of what I'm used to seeing in show homes across the UK. Means if you have large furniture pieces or items, you're going to find it a lot easier to bring them into here. And then also look at the size of this hallway. It's very wide and spacious. This is how I think hallways should be done. You come in and you're not kind of like squashed and you have to go somewhere, but you have a little bit of a moment, a chance to kind of breathe. A space here where you can put a console. You can do that, I think, just on this side because the nib is a bit small on that side. There's a little bit area here where you can put stuff or hang art or whatever, but the front door itself has a viewfinder there, a little lock, and then you've got 2 panes of glass either side which are actually obscure glazing, so that's really good for privacy, and they flood the space with lots of natural light. So with that being said, let's look at the flooring. As you can see here, it looks like it's a luxury vinyl tile type of flooring, and that would be up to you obviously to discuss with the developer what flooring you want, because one thing that I wanted to point out in this particular video is the fact that flooring is usually not standard. It's rarely included, so you have to budget for that and add it on as a cost on top. But this is a nice option that you can get in this property. So the first room I'm going to take you is this room over here. This is your front lounge, your family lounge. So in the true property vlog style, I walk all the way to the corner so you can see the scale of the room. Again, it is a fantastic size. It's a rectangular in shape, so that's actually really good for both dispersing light across the room, but also arranging furniture. You've got double doors at the back. They are UPVC and they're white on both sides. So those overlook the garden, which we'll show you a little bit later. And then you've got obviously radiator on this far wall and an option to make either that your feature wall or that one your feature wall. At the moment, they've got a love seater here, a 3-seater or 4-seater in that area, and then another sofa with its back to the window. So you can decide whether you want to have that kind of arrangement, but you can just see the size and the layout of this room. So one of the things also I wanted to mention before I leave is obviously you've got a double aspect, windows at the front and the back, which is great for monitoring what's going on around your property. And guys, let's just take a look at these doors. So these doors look like they are beautiful wooden doors, and check, it's always good to just find out from the developer what specification are actually going to be on the doors, because you probably won't be able to change them, but you may be able to add a few features here and there. So we've got kind of chrome handles as well, really sturdy ironmongery on the doors, and then we've got kind of your contemporary, very square architraves and skirting boards throughout the entire house, painted in a white high gloss finish. So coming back into the hallway, let's go to the next room that kind of beckons us in. This is a very nice snug. It could be a formal dining. Obviously, if it's a dining, you'd want to ask the developer to change the flooring into something a bit more versatile and sturdy. In terms of this room, it is smaller than the previous room, but you can definitely see you can fit an L-shaped sofa and a TV in that corner and more furniture. It could be an accessible bedroom if you wanted it to be. So accessible as in you don't have to climb up the stairs, or a spare bedroom. So yeah, this is a snug study, office, whatever you want to make it, with a view facing the front of the property. So coming back into the hallway, let's keep walking past the staircase. We've got this really cool feature here, which is unlikely to be a standard feature, but it is this fantastic storage unit that I feel like every home should have as standard. So it's a push system, and the whole thing is configured. This is your official cloak area. They've got a little light fixture put in there, but again, if that doesn't come standard in your property, it's something you can discuss with your developer to put in a light in your store. Again, so this is our downstairs toilet. They've continued the flooring into here, so there's no threshold strip there, so it makes it feel so big. This is potentially one of the biggest downstairs toilets that I've seen. It's almost square in shape because it's that wide. You can really get the proportion of it. You know, it's going to be at least 1 meter wide by over 1.5 meters long. That's fantastic. You've got this chrome towel rail, which is fantastic because normally you have a small little radiator. That may be, oh, I was going to say that may be a bonus, but it says I am an extra. So that is an upgrade. Always ask the question, guys, because you can add these little features to upgrade your home. You've got your sink and your toilet. And I would have liked to have seen a larger sink. But again, you can buy the house, get the sink, and then upgrade that yourself. So you're never limited. So again, we are back in the hallway, and the hallway flows us straight into the open plan room of the house. So if I kind of bring you round into this room, so this dining nook area, it has a 6-seater arrangement. And I think that's probably as big as you'd want to go in this area. You've got your double doors facing the rear garden. So 2 sets of double doors on the ground floor plan. And unfortunately, guys, the doors are locked. So we're just going to show you a peek of the garden or insert clips if we manage to get more footage. But you can see the size of the garden from the left to the right. It's quite a nice size garden. You wouldn't have any of the gravel or planting. It would just be paving slabs and lawn. And it's pretty proportionate to the rest of the house. I love the staging. I love the furnishing. We look past that, but then again, they've also added this beautiful radiator, vertical radiator, which is an extra, as the sign says. We've been told there's opportunity in some developments where this house type exists to put a door into your formal lounge. So that is a question to ask, and that would be fantastic because then it makes basically creates a flow around the whole house. Again, back in the rest of the space, dining leads straight onto the kitchen. I love the kitchen, guys. Let me walk to the back and show you how big the kitchen is. I love the arrangement of the kitchen. Something about it. It feels spacious, but not over the top. I can reach things with it quite easily. And again, the triangle between the sink, the hob. I mean, the oven is a bit slightly far away, but there is always a give and take. If you have a larger kitchen, things are going to be further away. If you have it smaller, things can be too tight. But I think the balance in here is pretty spot on. So again, we've got this beautiful Southstone worktop with a kind of beveled square edge. That's going to be an upgrade. And then you've got these beautiful, can you see the ironmongery on this? Absolutely gorgeous. They look like antique bronze effect handles with almost black, but they actually are navy. Almost black. Shaker style kitchen cabinetry all the way across. This is our dishwasher by AEG, and the appliances in here appear to be all by AEG. The Southstone sink as well is being integrated with an upstand, which then helps you prevent obviously water splashing on the back. And then you've got my favorite, a window in front of your sink area, looking over the garden, bringing in light and making washing up a less miserable experience for those of us that hate washing up. We've got our chrome switches. Those are an extra. Your standard switches will be white switches, white plastic ones. So you've got those are there, your bank of switches there, and a really large Southstone backsplash to your hob area. What's shown at the moment is a 5 gas hob burner, but a standard fixture will be the 4 hob version, and it's by AEG. Looks very sturdy. I love that. You've got your extract fan also by AEG, so the standard of the specification is very high in this development. Again, you've got the downlighters underneath the cabinets. Those will be an upgrade. You know, I love that St. Modwen's has these little tags because we always get the questions below, what's an extra? Well, you know, they're being very transparent about it, so you can factor that into your budget at the outset. So coming around, let's look at the rest of the kitchen. So we've got our fridge, freezer, and I love that. fridge freezer completely integrated into the design of the house. And then here you've got your storage cupboard. And have you noticed on the inside of these ones, they've done them in a wooden veneer. That adds so much interest to it. And again, of course, it's soft closers, so no banging in the kitchen. Here you've got a double oven arrangement. That again is an extra. Your standard fitting would be just a single oven, but you can upgrade that as you see fit. And again, storage. I'm not going to be able to reach that, but we can assume it is storage. And before I forget, if we kind of squat down low, you can see there's also these built-in spotlights underneath the kitchen. So at nighttime, this kitchen would glow and it'd be such a wow factor for you. The kitchen then opens up into your utility space, and I feel as though if you wanted, you could put a door here, depending on whether you're going to fit in a noisy tumble dryer washing machine and you want to close off that. But if not, I like the flow straight into your utility laundry area. Again, you've got integrated appliances by AEG and storage, which has just been done in that beautiful carcass inside of the kitchen. You've got your sink by Frank, your stainless steel sink, and then the fabricated grooves in the Southstone worktop, and then obviously an optional space for another appliance of your choice. And then this is where your Logic Heat H15 boiler by Ideal is, and then this pretty much completes the utility. Also just mentioning, you also have on that back wall, which you can't see just yet, is your consumer unit, and this is a radiator. And then of course, fantastic 10 points to the developer, an external door for bringing in your washing that's been drying in the back garden or food from the supermarket, and it's linked straight to the front drive. So that's the downstairs, guys. Let's keep walking around and moving through the rest of the home. Again, you can really appreciate how much light comes through those front doors. Let's go upstairs now and see the rest of the house. We've got carpeted treads here, which quietens. It's good to have carpet if you can, because it quietens footsteps as they're walking up and down the steps. But of course, what's really in right now is the idea of having wooden or exposed treads and then painting them and having a carpet runner on top. Again, these are kind of clear gloss painted wooden handrails and balustrades. Now that we're on the first floor, can you just feel the warmth of the light coming through? You're probably wondering what that is. Well, I'm going to show you that in a second. This particular house type, the Garnet, is the Garnet because of that amazing feature. So it's a kind of half of a gable, fully glazed to the top, and then they beautifully dressed it with floor to ceiling curtains. It's also openable, so it's both decorative and functional, and it floods the space with so much light. And I love that, you know, this is not something you'd expect to be integrated into a new build house. They say new build homes are not full of character, they're cold. Well, this is far from cold. I feel so warm in here. You've got this vaulted ceiling that's all, you know, definitely over 4 meters, 5 meters tall. And that is just something to look forward to into your property. So let's look at the room coming off this kind of study area, little work nook on the landing. This is a double bedroom. Again, you must know this already if you've watched our videos. I like to name the room after the size of furniture. No point calling it a double if it's not going to fit a double bedroom. But this, in my mind, is a king size bedroom. A king size bed would nicely fit here with bedside tables either side. I love the decor. This is beautifully done. These little decals they've stuck on with the flowers. Love the boho chic vibe, and it's very feminine and flirty as well. You've got your radiator on this wall. Again, usually radiators and switches are positionable depending on your developer. You've got your wardrobe here as well, and I love this mauve effect, or some people would call it greige, like a greige beige behind there as well. And then you've got a little dressing area / homework area here, and of course your almost full height window here with an openable element to it on the right. This is just fantastic. On a day like this, you can really see why it's important to have large windows, bringing in lots of light and flooding the house with just that beautiful warm glow. So let's go through the rest of the house. So now we're at the back of the landing, I'm going to show you the next room here. Next room you're going to be interested in is this other gorgeous king size bedroom. Again, with the tall headboard, you can really appreciate the height in here. You know, we are talking a really nice ceiling height in here. It doesn't feel very small. And then you've got bedside tables either side, a window facing the back of the property. So again, you can compare the light quality between the front room and the back room and see how the large windows in this property really add so much to the space. You've got a wardrobe built in there. So if I just open that, you can see there a full height wardrobe there, beautifully done. A little area there where you could put a desk if you wanted to, dressing area, or as they've done, a tall dresser in there. So let's come back into the landing. I'm going to check what's behind this mystery door, which we already know is going to be kind of like our services. So this is our hot water cylinder powering all the showers in this property, all the heating and all the fixtures. And then the next room is this family bathroom. Family bathroom has a window, check. And then it's been beautifully tiled from floor to ceiling, which is 100% an extra. There is a chrome towel rail, which they've already mentioned is an extra. Most likely you get a smaller towel rail, but this one's very large, suitable for a family. And then you've got in the corner, it's been perfectly fitted in. It's a large shower with a rain head fixture as standard, and the fittings are by Ideal standard. You've got your sink, your toilet, and your bathtub as well. And the bathtub itself is actually a really nice size, and it's fully tiled and decorated. Makes it feel so inviting. The flooring here is a beautiful luxury vinyl tiling, but you can obviously decide not to have the flooring and bring in your own personality in the form of maybe a ceramic tile that you like. So let's move into the rest of the space. Again, another beautiful king size bedroom. This bedroom, I love the headboard, staged as a kid's room. So yeah, a king size bed would fit here with dressing table either side, or maybe you might want to go with the way they've staged it and have the double here and then your wardrobe over there. It does fit in. I mean, it would have been great if the wardrobe was kind of not as obtrusive, but however, even with the wardrobe there, you can tell it all fits in. So they definitely thought it through. You know, it's not too much to open this. You just move the bed over very slightly and you have enough space for that. So that is pretty much this room. This other room, and let's keep looking at the rest of the house. So the final room is going to be the one that you've been waiting for, that we've been holding out for you, and it is your principal bedroom, which extra points to the developer for adding a little bit of that amazing fragrance, because when you walk into here, the experience of being in here is just great. So fragrance, staging, decor, all of that, take that aside and let's look at what we've got. So if you're coming into this room, it's fully carpeted. That's going to be your choice, so that's good. The next thing is they've got a large, well, it looks like it's a super king bed with a large headboard. There's enough space for 2 bedside tables, so tick straight away. Including that, we've got a window facing the front of the property. It's almost floor to ceiling with a large pane on the side and an openable aspect on the left as well, which is great. We've got space for a dressing table or more furniture opposite the bed. So if you're a TV watcher, that's great. And again, in this show home, they've showed the Nest system. This is not a standard fixture, but again, it may be an upgrade depending on your development. So you've got space for more furniture. It's not just a tight little box. A little moment here, you can have a lower console for keys, jewelry, or like they've done, a dresser, a beautiful dresser. Again, behind your door, you've got a walk-in wardrobe, which is a fantastic fixture. So it's got lighting as well, so you can see in there. It's more than enough for your for your clothes, for the average person. I realize everyone's different, so I would say this is sizable, and you can completely close this off as well if you are a messy person. But let's assume you want it on show. You can completely have it open and have all your storage there. That would probably be an extra, as in the fittings, but the space itself comes as standard. And then the final bonus to this room is this gorgeous ensuite, which is a 3-piece suite with a window as well, and obviously ventilator. You've got your towel rail as an extra, your tall towel rail as an extra. The flooring is a luxury vinyl tile again. Then you've got your toilet, your shower fixture and sink, and they're all by Ideal Standard, which is a reputable brand. You've got your medicine cabinet and your shaver socket there, right there, and your half height tiling done in this beautiful kind of large format subway tile effect tiling. So with that being said, guys, I'm so glad you've made it this far. If you've loved what you've seen in the tour, we would love you to like, so you give us a bit of feedback, or leave a comment because we're replying to all the comments. And most of all, subscribe so you get notified when our next video goes up. Yep. All right, see you in the next video. Bye. On the first floor. Sorry, you're gonna have to edit.